Hey guys, welcome back to another video where I'm bringing you that cryptocurrency news. And today's article comes from Seeking Alpha. Lucky for you, this one opened up because sometimes if you're not a subscriber, you don't get to read the article. So luckily we get this one. All right, so this article is on Bitcoin and the importance of self-custody. It's written by Mike Fay on February 23rd, 2022. So let's go over this. The quick summary of it is Bitcoin held on-chain is immune from financial weaponization attempts by government bodies. Exchanges are not immune from the weaponization, and what a seed phrase is, and how you can self-custody your assets. So that's what this article is going to cover. So let's learn some knowledge on crypto news. So here we go. Bitcoin elicits quite the response from readers. Very few things in the investment world generate the same level of polarizations as Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies do. Elon Musk, Tesla, and by extension, Cathie Wood's ARK Innovation Fund are probably the closest thing to crypto from a polarization standpoint in the financial world, in my view. Bitcoin perma bulls, often resembling religious zealots, will say it's a perfect money that is going to free the world from fiat enslavement. Perma bears say it's a Ponzi scheme that is always reliant on new money entering the con to keep the scam going. I recognize I'm probably in the minority with this hot take, but like Cathie Wood, Elon Musk, and Tesla for Bitcoin, the reality is probably somewhere in the middle of all the noise. While I've made it no mystery that I am bullish on Bitcoin long-term as a speculative play, my main criticism of Bitcoin has always been the network fee have made it cost prohibitively true to truly be a medium of exchange for everyday transactions. True, Bitcoin's like digital gold. You just want to store it as a store of value. But this would be problematic because peer-to-peer payment is precisely the point. The phrase peer-to-peer is the title of the white paper. The serious concern I've had with the cost to move Bitcoin on the network for smaller value transactions is what has led me to look at various other cryptocurrencies for the true peer-to-peer payment angle. You can read coverage of some of those cryptocurrencies here. And here they are. Here's a little chart of that. But at a little over $1, the average network fee to move Bitcoin on-chain is as cheap as it has been in years. While it has been a great scene that the average network fee to transact comes down to sustainability, the fundamental argument for a decentralized money might be a bigger deal. Proving the concept in Canada. So yes, my commentary on this isn't on the truckers, the protesters, or the movement itself. It is on the idea that governments can strong-arm the banking sectors that they regulate into weaponizing financial services. What Trudeau is trying to do in Canada is a very big deal, and while I'm not going to try to pat myself on the back for highlighting something that was so patently obvious to many, with respect to Crypto.com, Coinbase, and FTX, Trudeau's actions in Canada have advertised decentralized monetary instruments to the masses better than any exchange or broker possibly could. After pressuring GoFundMe to not disperse the roughly $10 million that was raised for the truckers' protest, the popular crowdfunding platform obliged the Canadian government and wouldn't send the protesters the donations that were collected. Give, Send, Go, a competing crowdfunding platform, stepped up since and has raised almost $10 million as well, but that $10 million raised has come with a price. The Give, Send, Go platform was hacked and sensitive donor information was leaked online. While Give, Send, Go claimed it would not comply with Canadian mandates, Trudeau took matters into his own hands by ordering the bank accounts of anyone associated with the protests to be frozen. With Canadian government choking off financial services for political opponents, Bitcoin quickly became a method for trucker convoy donations, with almost 21 Bitcoin, valued currently at about $800,000, getting donated to protesters. In the response to the cryptocurrency funds raised, the Canadian government has doubled down. Deputy PM Chrystia Freeland, the names of both individuals and entities as well as crypto wallets have been shared by the RCPM with financial institutions, and accounts have been frozen and more accounts will be frozen more. So funds and exchanges aren't safe. So we got to understand. There's an old age in the precious metal space that goes like this. If you can't hold it, you don't own it. Same with the cryptocurrency. You don't hold it, you don't own it. Not your keys, not your coins. But this statement usually comes from proponents of physical metal holding rather than storing gold and silver with custodians. This is a really strong analog for cryptocurrencies and the exchanges that provide them. While there's a joke here, somewhere given cryptocurrencies don't actually exist physically. The physical nature of the cryptocurrency manifests in the seed phrase rather than in the coin itself, which is just code. I'll get into seed phrases in a moment. Another good analog through the exchange held crypto versus self-held crypto is paper cash. Many people don't bother holding physical cash anymore because the financial system has become so reliant on electronic rails. It's easier to swipe or tap plastic than fumble with paper notes. But what many Canadians are now realizing is holding a reasonable amount of physical cash allows them to continue to buy food and basic necessities even after the government has frozen their bank accounts. Cryptocurrency exchanges are no different, and they are almost certainly going to comply with federal mandates. Kraken CEO Jesse Powell has overly said as much online when asked by Twitter user if the accounts of Kraken users could be frozen. This was the response: 100% yes, it has/will happen, and 100% yes, we will be forced to comply. If you are worried about it, don't keep your funds on with any centralized/regulated custodian. We cannot protect you. Get your coin/cash out and only trade peer-to-peer. Very true. Now, by peer-to-peer, Powell is saying peer-to-peer. Yeah, it's P2P. As you can see, I was just go straight for and saying peer-to-peer. But he's saying to pull funds from his service and use them the way they were intended. If you're worried about the financial weaponization, to pull funds from an exchange to a self-custodial wallet, users will need to save their seed phrases in a very safe place. Now, what are seed phrases, or what is a seed phrase? After you download a mobile or desktop wallet to self-store your Bitcoin, you will be given the choice to import a seed phrase that you already have, or you will be provided a new seed phrase and a new wallet address will be created. The seed phrase is usually a single string of 12 or 24 words that serve as your keys to unlocking your crypto. If something happens to the device that you're running the software on, as an example, this is a seed phrase to a new wallet address that I created this morning through the Z app platform. I blacked out some of the words so that you can't steal access to the wallet. So yep, this is what it looks like. It lists out from 1 to 24. Some are just 12 words. And it's just a list of words, random words that completely opposite of everyone else. And this is what gives you access to your cryptos on the blockchain. Now, if something ever happens to the laptop that I'm using to run this wallet, as long as I save the seed phrase that I was provided at the address setup, I can import that phrase in any crypto wallet software on any other device, and I'll have secured access to my funds once again. Because of this, it is critical that you save your seed phrase by writing it down and storing it somewhere safe. You should never share it with anyone. And again, also, never take a photo of it, because if your computer gets hacked and you have a photo of your seed phrase, then no bueno. That person who just hacked your laptop has access to your wallet and can move your cryptos to their wallet. So very important to remember, write it down, never a photo. But the seed phrase is a bit like a ticket to a football game. The tickets gets you access to one very specific seat in the stadium. But as long as you have your ticket, you can use any door to get into the venue. In this analog, the venue is the Bitcoin blockchain. Your seat is the Bitcoin you own. The ticket is your seed phrase. The doors to the stadium are the non-custodial wallets. The wallets are just doors to the blockchain. Which one do you use? It's up to your personal preference. Securing the seed phrase is what matters most. Now, wallet software to consider. As a proponent of cryptocurrencies for several years, I've gone out of my way to try numerous different wallet options for self-storage. And while the hardware wallets provided by companies like Treasure or Ledger are probably the safest way to store your crypto, I do like the convenience of just being able to quickly move self-stored crypto without having to get out a laptop and dongle. From a mobile wallet perspective, these are my favorite wallets of the software options. So for him, he likes the Edge, Unstoppable, Exodus. I have an Exodus wallet, and Atomic. I also enjoy my Treasure wallet, and I usually keep these wallets on my crypto-only laptop with Kilik Solutions. But each of these wallet solutions support dozens of different types of cryptocurrencies. If I could only pick one, it would be Unstoppable because of the Markets tab that also provides a market overview, news, and watch list. Furthermore, Unstoppable also supports the totally private Z addresses on the Zcash blockchain. I know Zcash has its haters, but if you're interested into why it's one of my top 3 coins by holding weight, read this article. I predicted a lot of what's happening in Canada and several months ago. So is this where he had it on there? Nope, it's not that one. But if you want to click on it in this article, I'll leave a link down below where you can click and get that link to it as well. But in conclusion of this article, when it boils down to it, where you store your Bitcoin depends entirely on what you think the purpose of Bitcoin is. If it's purely a speculative asset and you simply want to minimize tax obligations on potential gains, then over the counter. in a Roth is a great strategy. However, if Bitcoin is monetary freedom to you and you're not holding any through a self-custodial wallet yet, I hope this article and what is happening in Canada will push you to take back your control of your wealth. This is the big movement for Bitcoin. Through all of the noise, cryptocurrencies have a chance to actually start serving the purpose that they were intended for. It is my sincere hope that they succeed. The gold versus Bitcoin debate was always silly to me, but I own both. So store both yourself and eliminate the third-party risks. Yep, couldn't have said it better right there. Like, eliminate the third party. You don't need those guys anymore. Like, you can take control of your finances and your cryptocurrencies through non-custodial wallets. And Mike Fay listed a bunch of them down there, like Treasure and Ledger. I prefer Treasure over Ledger. That's just me. He had Exodus. He had an Atomic wallet. I even also have the Divi wallet too, which will eventually hold more coins. You can hold at least Divi, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin on the mobile device itself right now. And yeah, so like you get to choose. Like, just always be sure you do your research behind the wallet you choose. Make sure they're an accredited company or firm who created the software programming. Like, you just want to make sure everything. And check out the community who use it, get their feedback. Like, do your due diligence and research before you just blindly start throwing your money into a non-custodial wallet. You want to make sure you can trust it and that you're in full control. So yeah, that's the article for you on the importance of self-custody. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share with all your friends, and help them get educated on the crypto world. So until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.